Hi, here we are doing the review for Chapter 2 from Course 1A Singapore Math. I'm sure you had enough opportunity to go through the content videos for Chapter 2.1, 2.2, and 2.3, as well as the independent practice, and you are confident to work with me and kill this review quickly with all right answers. Shall we begin? Let's go. Draw a horizontal line to represent each set of numbers, positive whole numbers less than 8. So it's positive, right? The numbers are going to be positive. They are whole numbers, which means no decimals, no fractions, right? And this says less than 8. So the numbers have to be less than 8. So where do we begin with? We will have on our list 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, right? Because we're saying they're positive, so we don't have any negative numbers, and they're whole numbers, so and they have to be less than 8. So these are the numbers, and I've already drawn my number line. It's very simple. You know how to draw your number line, right? So just draw it and have good distance between numbers. So I've taken 2 centimeters as my 1 unit. I'm going to plot them on a number line. So we write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? This is how we do, because on the left hand side here it's 0. So on the right you go positive numbers and in the higher order, right? So this is how we represent these numbers on the number line. The next one, whole numbers again, greater than 25 but less than 33. So let's write and get the inequality signs in place, right? So 25, there's a number and you have 33. So what does it say? Greater than 25. So this number is greater than 25 but less than 33. So the number is less than 33, right? So this is how we would represent it. So what are the numbers? Do we start with 25? No, because 25 is equal to 25. It's not greater than 25. So we start with the next number. So the numbers are 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. So do we add 33 here? No, because the number has to be less than 33. And if we say 33, it's equal, right? So 33 does not satisfy this equation. So let's plot these numbers now. So I've taken 2 centimeters as 1 unit over here. So it's 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, and 32. You can see the markings, right? So we ready for the next one? So we have 2 more questions for the horizontal line. Mixed numbers. Now we have to plot mixed numbers. Okay? From 4 to 6. From 4 to 6. So 4 and 6 will be part of our list. With an interval of 1 upon 4. 1/4, right? That's 0.25 between each pair of numbers. So it says from 4. So if 4 is our first number, what's going to be the next number? So it's saying interval of 1/4. So we say 4, 1/4 is the next number. Okay? So 4, 1/4. Now again, what's the next number? It has to increase by 1/4. So we add 1/4 to this. So this 4 remains as it is, and both have the same denominator, right? So we write the denominator as 4 and 1 plus 1 is 2. So that's the next fraction, right? So we say 4, 2 upon 4. Now you know how they're going to increase, right? 4, 3 upon 4. Then 4 upon 4 will be what? That's 4 as it is, and 4 upon 4 is 1, right? So it's 5 basically. So we write 5, and then we say 5 1/4, 5 2/4, 5 3/4, and 5 4/4. So that's 5 plus 1, right? So that's 6. So the next one is 6. So I already have my number line and I just need to write these numbers. That's 4, 4 1 fourth, 4 2 fourth, that's 4 3 fourth, that's 5, 5 1 fourth, 5 2 fourth, 5 3 fourth, and that's 6. Okay, so this is how we represent them. The next we have is decimals between 3.0 and 3.8. Between 3.0 and 3.8, and these are decimals with an interval of 0.2 between each pair of decimals. So it says between 3.0. So 3.0 is not there, right? And the interval is 0.2. So we say 3 plus 0.2. That's going to be 3.2. The next will be 3.2 plus 0.2, right? The interval. So that becomes 3.4. And now you can analyze this and say, okay, next one is 3.6. Then it would be 3.8. But we don't need this because 3.8 is here and it's between. So we need only three numbers. That's 3.2, 3.4, and 3.6. These are simple questions, right? Just reading it carefully, getting your sequence, and just plotting it. Let's go to the next ones. Okay, these 4 questions are same. We need to write the opposite of each number. Remember, right? Opposite is if you have positive sign, no sign means positive sign, and you write negative. And if it's negative, you take out that negative sign and put positive. And for positive sign, we usually don't put it, right? So it's that simple. So minus 47, opposite of that is going to be plus 47. 56, opposite of that, this is positive, right? So negative 56. 69, it's positive. So we say negative 69. Then minus 78, it's minus. So we have to make it positive plus. So we don't put a sign and it's done. Question 9. Draw a horizontal number line to represent each set of numbers. So my number line is ready here. I've taken 1 centimeter as 1 unit. So we just got to mark the numbers that are given. So let's start marking here. So that's going to be minus 22. That's 23, 24. So that's minus 25, 26, 27, 28. So I'm marking the ones that we are asked to, right? So that's minus 30, 31, 32, 33. That's minus 34, 35, 36, 37. So that's minus 37, 38, 39, 40, and 41. So that's minus 41. And it's done. So we simply had to mark the given numbers. Next one. So it's minus 119. It's good that they've given us in order. So we simply have to plot them. That's 120, 121. So that's going to be minus 122, 23, 24, 25, 26. So that's minus 126. Watch out, I'm saying 21, 22, 23, but I'm mindful of writing 126, okay? Then also minus sign, 27, 28, 29. So that's minus 129, 31, 32, 33. So that's minus 133. So what I did was I count the difference between these two numbers and accordingly I marked my units. So basically you need 15 numbers to reach here, right? Including 119 and 133. You will need 15 units. So I marked 15 units first. Okay, let's go to the next one. Here comes question 11. It says, draw a vertical number line to represent each set of numbers. So as in the previous question, the numbers are given. We just got to plot it. And we know on a vertical number line, the positive numbers are on the top and the negative are below 0, right? We start with 4 here. So that's 4, that's 3. We don't need to plot 2. So we leave this and we plot it here 1 and that's 0. I'm marking 0 just as a reference. Then that's minus 1, that's minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, and that's minus 6, minus 7, and minus 8. That's it. Done. And the next one, it's again a vertical number line that we have to draw, and it says negative odd numbers. So the numbers are negative and they are odd numbers. Greater than minus 40 but less than minus 28. So let's write the inequality first. That's minus 40 and minus 28, and you have a number here, right? So it says greater than minus 40. So your number is greater than minus 40, but less than minus 28. So less than minus 28. So what numbers do we consider? Remember, they're just odd numbers, right? 40 is, of course, out. So the next one is minus 39. 38 is out. Minus 37. Then we skip 36. That's minus 35. 34 is skipped. Minus 33. Minus 32 skip. Minus 31. Minus 30 skip. Minus 29. And 28 is here. So we stop there, right? So we just have to plot these numbers. And where do we start? On the top here, what do we have? Minus 39 or minus 29? Remember, if you get confused, you got to, if this is your number line, go clockwise 90 degree, right? So it becomes like this. So minus 29 is here and minus 39 would be here, right? Now you again turn it back. So minus 29, minus 39, okay? So that's a way to confirm you're doing it right. So we say this is minus 29, 30 is skipped, this one. So that's minus 31, skip 32, that's minus 33, skip 34, that's minus 35, skip 36, that's minus 37, skip 38, and that's minus 39. That's it. And it's done. Okay? So this is what you had to do. Remember this for vertical number line. If you are confused, use this as a strategy. Here comes next set of questions. Write a positive or negative number to represent each situation. So we are given a situation. Based on that, we just have to decide positive or negative. A deposit of $94. Deposit. That means you are adding on, right? So it's adding. So it's going to be positive. So we say $94. For positive, we don't need to put a positive sign. It's implied. 181 degrees Fahrenheit below zero. Below. So it's going to be negative. So we say minus 181 degrees Fahrenheit. The plane's altitude is 23,920 feet. So it's plus or minus. It's altitude that we are talking about. So it is plus. So we simply write 23,920 feet. So it says the elevation of a sunken ship that is 11 meters beneath the Earth's surface. Beneath. So it is minus 11 meters, right? It's beneath, so it's minus. A gain of 35 yards, gain. So of course it's positive, so we simply say 35 yards. Simple, right? Let's go to the next ones. Again, we have 4 questions. You have to complete each one using this inequality, greater than, less than. You remember it well, right? So it's minus 14, minus 18. Minus numbers works the other way, right? If it's 14 and 18, we know 14 is smaller than 18. But this is minus 14. So that's greater than minus 18. 17 and minus 11. No need to think. Minus 34 and 23. Again, no need to think. Minus 157 and minus 145. Negative numbers. Smaller is bigger. So minus 157 is smaller than minus 145. Order the numbers in each set. So we need to order them. And if you remember, the way I prefer working is segregate them. So my negative numbers are minus 14 -5, -6, and finally -9. And I write the positive ones here, positive numbers. That's 15, 7, and 2. So this way, I do not make mistake. I ensure that all my numbers are there. So now we order them from largest to smallest. So we say 15, then 7 and 2. So the positive ones are done. And then we have negatives. And for negatives, it works the other way. Larger is smaller, smaller is larger, right? So the smallest here in that sense is 5, but that's the largest. So we have -5, -6, -9, and -14. So this is how I order these numbers. The next one, the same format, minus numbers, the negative numbers, that's -140, -50, -122, and -182. And then the positive numbers here. So they are 112, 51, 175. We will order from largest to smallest. So positive numbers 175, 112, and 51, right? Let's go to the negative ones. We will start with -50, -122, -140, and -182. So this is the way we order these numbers. The next set of questions, we have to write the inequality sign based on the description that's given. So the first one says -112 degrees Celsius minus 112 degrees Celsius is warmer than -143 degrees Celsius, right? So we write the numbers -112 degrees Celsius minus 143 degrees Celsius. Now, -112 is warmer and it's larger, right? Negative number. So this is what we have to do. And it's done. The lowest recorded temperature yesterday was -4 degrees Fahrenheit. -4 degrees Fahrenheit, which is colder than today's lowest recorded temperature of 4 degrees. Now it's -4 and +4. So -4 is of course less than, and it says it's colder than, right? -4 degrees Fahrenheit is less than 4 degrees Fahrenheit. Next four set of questions are this ones, and they require to write absolute value. And you know what you have to do, absolute values. They're already written in that format. We just have to write the absolute values, and absolute values are always positive because that's the distance from 0. So we don't need to think much. It's 79. Even if it's -88, it's going to be +88 because it's absolute value. That's 102 and that's 256. And it's done. So quick, 4 questions, 4 points in your pocket. Wow. Question 30 to 33 are same. It's about inequality, completing using inequality. Watch out, we have absolute numbers. So let's first write the values of these absolute numbers. So this is 65 and that's 57. This is 111, 124. Then this is 153 and 135. And finally here 209 and 278. Easy now, we just have to compare them. So we know that 65 is greater than 57, 111 is less than 124, 153 is greater than 135, and finally 209 is less than 278. And that's it. So quick, right? Good, let's go to the next one. Now comes our famous word problems. Are you scared of word problems anymore? No, because they're very easy. They're actually easier than the other questions, believe me. Let's read this. The Afar Depression is a land formation in Africa At one location in the Afar Depression, the elevation is minus 75 meters. So it's minus 75 meters. I'm writing it down while I am reading. At another location, the elevation is minus 125 meters. Okay? So we have two locations, one with minus 75 meters and the other with minus 125 meters. Write an inequality to compare the elevations. Inequality. Which one? Where do I put my inequality sign? Minus 75 is greater than minus 125, right? Which elevation is farther from sea level? So sea level is here, like here. 0 is your sea level. You mark 2 points. Which one will you write where? We will write minus 75 here and minus 125 here, right? It's not exact distance. This is just visual representation for us to compare our answer, right? Which one is farther from sea level? So, of course, this one. So, the answer is this. And are you going to do what I did? No, you will write a proper sentence. You will say, the second location, which is minus 125 meters, is farther from sea level. To get full points. Next one. The table shows temperature readings at the same location at 3 different times. Okay? So you have at 12:30 a.m., you have at 4:30 a.m., and last one at 8:30 a.m. So the temperatures are given to us. At what time was the location the coldest? Coldest meaning more minus, right? Which one is that? So it is this. So it's at 12:30 a.m. That's when it's the coldest, right? Negative sign means it's cold. Positive, it's not cold, right? But if you have two positives, of course, the smaller one, the smaller value would be considered colder compared to that larger value. Between 12:30 a.m. and 8:30 a.m., so that's entire duration basically. So between these two times, the temperature was always rising. Yes, we can see that, right? Because at 12:30 a.m. it's minus 20. At 4:30 a.m. it's minus 4. So it is rising. And again at 8:30 a.m. it's 12. So it is rising. Between which two times? Which two times shown in the table did the temperature reach 0? Where do you think the 0 would have been? Do you think there would be 0 in between this? Of course not, because it's going to be minus 20, minus 19, minus 18, minus 17, and so on and so forth until minus 4. And what happens after that from here to here? You will have minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, and then 0. Then it starts 1, 2, 3, right? That's how the number line also works. So between which two times shown in the table did the temperature reach 0 degrees Celsius? So between, we can say here, right? Between 4:30 a.m. We don't know exact time, but it's between that. Between 4:30 a.m. and 8:30 a.m. somewhere, sometime the temperature had reached 0 degrees Celsius. Easy? I told you these word problems are not difficult. They're really easy ones. Company A owes Company B $2,400 and Company C $1,660. Oh my God, A owes so much money. Okay, so A to B is how much? $2,400. A to C is $1,660. Company X owes Company A $2,750 and Company Y owes Company A $1,500. Okay, so Company A has some receivables also. So X to A, how much is it? $2,750, and from Y to A, it's $1,500. I like to write it down this way so it kind of helps me when I'm solving, and it does, because instead of reading the question again and again, the question has been presented in a way that it's easier to read, and my mind will go faster with that and write as well. Company A writes the number minus 2400 to represent the amount the company owes company B, right? So this is what they're talking about. It owes to company B, it has to pay. So that's why they've written minus sign. What numbers should company A use to represent other amounts given above? So we have four values given here, right? Minus $2,400 is what company has done, because that's what it owes to B. Now A also owes to C. It is owing, it has to pay. So that's minus $1,660 again. Now from company X and Y, A is going to receive, right? It's going to get, it's going to gain. With these words, it is positive sign. So we say 2750 and 1500, right? We don't need to put any sign because it implies it's positive. And if you don't want to get confused for this question, you can do this. There's no harm. Which company owes the most money? So we have A owing to B, A owing to C, X owing to A, and Y owing to A. Now X and Y, it's just one time given to us, so we know the amount easily. Let's see how much company A owes in total, because it owes to company B and also to company C. So let's do the total for A here. So that's 2400 and 1660, right? So we add that because that's the total money that company A has to pay, right? So that's 0 plus 0 is 0, 0 plus 6 is 6, 4 plus 6 is 10, so that's 0, 1 carry, 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 plus 1 is 4. So this is what company A owes, right? A owes. It's to B and C both. So which company owes the most money? We have three numbers to compare here. So we have this and we have these two numbers. Of course, 4060 is the largest one, right? So which company owes the most money? It is company A. So let's write it here. Company A. You can write the whole sentence. Company A owes the most money. Which is greater? The amount of money company A owes, or the amount of money that other companies owe to company A? Okay, so which one is bigger, the money that company A has to pay or the money that company A has to receive? Now here we have already done these calculations, right? So that's what company A owes. So let's write that A owes how much? $4060. Now let's find out how much will it receive from X and Y together. Individually we know it, right? So we say 2750 plus 1500. These are the two amounts, right? From company X and company Y. This is the information here that we have. So 0 plus 0 is 0, 5 plus 0 is 5, 7 plus 5 is 12, 2 here, 1 carry, 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 plus 1 is 4. So this is what company is going to receive, right? A to receive. How much is it going to receive? $4250. So which number is bigger from this two number? 4060 or 4250? Let me write the numbers here. 4060 and 4250. What's the sign here? 4060 is less than 4250, which means which amount is bigger? This amount is bigger. The amount of money that other companies owe to company A is more than what it owes to other companies. And it's done. Let's go to the next one. The picture shows part of a thermometer measuring temperature in degrees Fahrenheit. What is the temperature in degrees Fahrenheit shown on thermometer to the nearest integer? Integer, which means no decimals, no fractions. Let's look at this thermometer carefully. Let me enlarge it here. Or even you can look it into your book carefully. That's minus 20. Then we have minus 10 over here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and this one is the fifth, right? So it means each count represents 2, right? So this one is how much? How much would this count be? Let me make it even bigger. So that's going to be minus 18. This one is minus 16. This one would be minus 14, and that's going to be minus 12. And you can see it's almost there at 12, right? So that's what the answer is. So the answer here is minus 12 degrees Fahrenheit. Three values on a number line are labeled x, y, and z. X is equal to minus z. Y is equal to minus y. Interesting. And z is minus 7. Which number line correctly shows the values of x, y, z? So you have four number lines and you have to select which of these ones represents given conditions correctly. So in this type of question, it's always good to start with z because the exact value is given, right? So z is minus 7. So let's check for which number lines that's true. In the first case, z is here, it's 7 and not minus 7. So this number line is out of question. Then in the next one here, z is minus 7. It satisfies the condition. So we need to consider this number line. Next one, z is again minus 7. We have to consider this number line. And the last one, z is here, 7. So this is out. So we have this second and third number lines to consider. Then it says x is equal to minus z. So z is minus 7, right? So and x is minus z. So we write minus and z is how much? Minus 7. So this is minus times minus is plus. And that's 7. So x has to be 7. Let's look at these two number lines. x7, x7. Okay, second condition also satisfied. And the last one, y equals to minus y. What's the value of y here? 1. Y is 0. Y equals to minus y. If I say y is 1, can it be minus 1 also? Doesn't sound good. Y is 0. Opposite of 0 or minus 0 or 0, it's the same thing, right? It's nothing like minus 0, right? So which one? This one gets one more tick. So the answer is this number line satisfies all the conditions correctly. And comes the last question, and then we will be done. Sea level is located at an elevation of 0 meters, right? Here are elevations of some locations near a valley. So we have golf course, which is minus 60 meters, hotel, which is 185 meters, visitor center, which is 56 meters, and tourist attraction, which is minus 98 meter. Determine whether each location has an elevation above sea level or below. What does that mean? Above and below. Above would be positive and below would be negative, right? Write each location correctly in the table below. Such a simple question. Let's start with golf course. It's minus. So minus is above or below. It's going to be below. So we write it here. Golf course. Then we have hotel 185. Above or below? It's above, right? Because it is positive number. Visitor center 56 will be here, positive, right? So visitor center. And last one, tourist attraction minus 98. So below, tourist attraction. And it's done. So you just had to put them in the right box. That's it. Well, with this, we are not just done with this question, but we are done with the whole review chapter. So here we end the review, and I'm sure it's easy for you now. You are confident, you are ready to do the test on this and get good grades. But the most important thing is have clear concepts. That's very important because maths you're building up every year. Having clear concepts is very important because if the concepts are clear, you're bound to get good grades. That's given. There's no doubt in that, okay? So make sure your concepts are clear and you're working hard and smart with me, and enjoy this little break that you have after chapter review. And we shall meet soon for chapter 3. Until then, have fun. Bye bye.